The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Today, two teams hailing from the AFC, between the Denver Broncos and the Cleveland Browns. Another step towards the Super Bowl begins. We're off in the first of 4 divisional round games. This return starts at the 5. This makes it up to the 25. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They run it. Here's R.J. Harvey. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Award that tackle to Michael Hall.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Harvey once more. There's the intensity we expect in the playoffs. The defense going big play hunting, and they get him behind the line. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. 3rd and long for him here. That's the rookie from Texas hauling it in. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it's going to be 1st down Denver.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. Get to Harvey here from the pistol. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, here who've got to have short memories. You tell me this, too. Defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Offense to the line. 2nd down. It's Nix out of the pistol. Got a man. It's Marvin Mims. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. It's a 29-yard gain. And that's good for a Broncos 1st down.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
They've worked it downfield very well to begin the drive. It's 1st and 10 at the 28. To throw, here's Nix. Gets it downfield, on target to Sutton. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
They have it 1st and goal, an early lead available here in the postseason. They'll run here. It's Harvey. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that brings up 2nd and goal.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Another for Harvey. And he's stonewalled by this front right at the 3. Stopped for no gain, and now a big 3rd and goal decision coming up.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you kind of set yourself up. Actually, you set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Just need 3 now to find the end zone on this first possession. It's 3rd and goal. Dobbins. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Broncos finish up an excellent opening series. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. So the first lead of our game goes to our visitors, Brock, and I know it is very early, but tough not to have that word upset at least start to creep into your mind just a bit.
You go into someone else's building in the playoffs, this place has been juice. They have been so hyped to get to this game. Yeah, and the odds certainly in the home team's favor, but you go out and score, touchdown in the opening drive, you level it a whole bunch.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
19 Tiger.
Working out of the gun, Sanders. They'll get it to Brandon Ayuk. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Browns first down.
Ready, break. Let's go now. Let's go.
Now the first carry for Quinshon Judkins. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Another one for Judkins. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. First down, and they go right back to it. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun. Here's Sanders. That's caught. Here's Quinshon Judkins. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
19, Dragon 60. Panther 11, 18, Pioneer.
To the air on 1st down, Sanders. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns finish up their opening drive. Each round of the playoffs, Brock, getting some early points becomes more and more important. And they're on the board here in the divisional round.
Pretty tricky round for a lot of teams to get through, which makes some early momentum, to your point, all the more valuable. They're doing all they can to avoid getting tripped up before that conference title affair.
Aubrey good on the point after. And the Browns start off well to tie things 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Here's Nix. Throwing the out route complete. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
2nd down, give to Harvey. It'll be a quality gain on the run, and that also brings us to the end of this quarter. So that's the end of one in this AFC divisional round contest. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They're looking at 1st down here. Staying on the ground here with Harvey. And he's got it up to midfield and into Browns territory. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. They give up the middle to Harvey. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Browns rolling out 6 DBs. 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. Moore finds his back. Harvey. And he's tackled for a short gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. First call here coming from the shotgun. Out of the gun, here's Sanders. Jerry Jeudy with the grab. And he's going to get this to the opposing 41. give him 37 on the play. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland first down.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Throwing for the back of the end zone. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds. Well, he's been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yeah,
And I look
yeah.
at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
Cut 19. 18, Robert, 8.
Back to the air here on second. Sanders. And that one's cut along the left sideline. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. That play good for 17 and a first down.
I'll be honest with you, Kate. As you grow and develop as a quarterback, your arm gets stronger. These comebacks can be one of your favorite throws in your arsenal. Because if you trust yourself and you throw it before that defender breaks, you know there's yards to be had on the perimeter.
Cut near the goal line. And he's going to be touched down at that spot, which means the effort makes it first and goal.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Ready.
4 downs to get this across. Here's first and goal.
Let's go. Panther 60. Panther 60. Panther 60. Dragon 60.
From the red zone now. And he makes the play at full extension. That's a touchdown. The Browns take a second quarter lead. David Njoku, the touchdown. Right on the edge of the goal line for first and goal. And I don't know about you, partner, but that surprised me that they just threw it in. No attempts at running it.
Yeah, I think it is so hard for these defenders. You got to be so keyed in and physically, you know you've got to stop that run first. So a first down pass play can and certainly was effective.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Brings in the kick at the 9. And he's out of bounds, approaching the 25. Couple yards short at the 23. All right, Denver getting everybody set. So they've got first and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Harvey. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And it's going to be first down, Denver.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
We've set it downs from 37. On first and 10, here's Nix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's a sack on first down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on second.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. And let that pass rush get home.
Second down and 19 yards to go after that sack. Nix now to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. That is Lewis Seen. Will take over inside the red zone as he goes out on the return.
I've not yet in my lifetime come across a defender who hasn't told me how great an offensive player they were back in the day. Oh, you should have seen me as a running back or wide receiver. Well, right there, that defender showed some of that background. A brilliant job of getting into the open field and setting his offense up for success.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go.
On first down, here's Sanders. And he will have them a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns parlay the interception into points. Well, they certainly wasted no time in making that turnover hurt even more. They looked to the end zone on the very first play, Brock, and they connected.
You know, Kate, I love it. It was an ambush to begin the drive. They attacked that end zone against a defense who was out there on short notice and not ready for that sudden change they talk about.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Browns double their lead to 14. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. And this gets out to the 30 before he stopped. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. Now a toss. This is Harvey. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
It'll be 2nd down and 9, but not just yet. It's only a couple of minutes to go in our first half. Hang with us. More football in Huntington Bank on its way. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. It's Harvey straight ahead. Ooh, they're on that one. 2nd down's going to end up in a loss of yards. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Third down, Browns opting to go with a dime set defensively. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Left side now, caught by Sutton. Good job defensively here to contain the pass. This is going to be 4th down. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its 2nd. So Jeremy Crawshaw out once again, punting away. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. Starts his return from the 23. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Here's Sanders. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Offense in the hurry up here.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 38-yard line.
2nd and manageable. He's throwing. Back up again to Njoku. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line. Offense to the line fast. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. Now the Browns spend their final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. So a fresh set of downs now from the 39. Sanders going to throw here on 1st. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns get more points to end a lopsided first half. It's a Brandon Ayuk touchdown.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket. But sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
That one splits the uprights. And the Browns stretch their lead to 21. Aubrey now to kick this one away. He fields it from the 8. They'll bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30. We'll see how they choose to use these final 22 seconds, Brock, of our first half. Knicks now on 1st and 10. This is Ingram. Look at the left side. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Just one play into this drive, and they are already sitting on their own 45. Knicks with it on 1st. Good coverage on that deep ball downfield. Throw knocked away. That's going to send it back to the line for 2nd.
Geez, with each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative, this quarterback, stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
Back to throw it. This is Sutton working the right side. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. All right, with 6 seconds left, we've got a timeout. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. He's back to throw. And this ball's incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
This is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Going for it with Harvey. The defense seizing the opportunity. Great stop. They've got a turnover on downs, and they get their guys the ball in plus territory. Half the battle complete, Brock, as we resume play here. A spot in our AFC Championship on the line. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Nice field position here for the Browns as they start out 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Sanders. Finds him over the middle. And he is tagged right as he brings that one in, Brock. But a solid gain right up towards that midfield stripe. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Completed over the middle. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Offensive line. This is 2nd and 4. Working out of the gun. Sanders. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that's going to add some distance onto this upcoming 3rd down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
3rd and long here for Sanders. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Riley Moss with the pick. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
1st and 10. It's Harvey. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Giving this to Harvey. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of 2 follows up a gain of 1. And now they're left with 3rd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet. But if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. Mims with the grab. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. On the handoff, here's Harvey. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Harvey headed right. Good defensive effort here. Drives them back across midfield onto their own side.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Throw here, third down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, no look on his first look of the game, so that brings up 4th and long.
It has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game, and failing to convert on that third down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
All right, looks like this is the moment they're going to make their comeback push. They're going for it on 4th. They're going for it. It's Nix. He's throwing deep to the left side. Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Browns are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
Here's Judkins to begin the drive. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Sanders. And finds Ayuk, complete. All right, short on marker for the moment, but they've got a 3rd and short coming up from their own 44.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
From the gun, Judkins. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Just a single yard, but that's going to be enough to move the chains.
I love that call on third down because it just gives you options. The best third down teams are teams that do just that. Right? They give you options. You don't let the defense dictate to you. You look at what they're giving you, and you take advantage of them.
Short pass brought in. And he hits that enemy 25-yard line before he is sent out. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they're going to be forced to regroup a bit ahead of 2nd down.
That was a situation where I think the previous drive, really affected the decision-making there. Coming off a pick, he wasn't about to challenge the coverage. Instead, well, he just took his medicine.
So after the sack, quite the situation they find themselves in. Here comes 2nd and 22. Sanders going to look to throw. Escapes the pocket. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down.
Those are the kind of decisions you got to make in that spot. And the smart quarterbacks, they seem to do it consistently. When you're in enemy territory, a throwaway is always better than risking a turnover.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. 3rd and long for him here. Big strike downfield to Judy. And they are going to have 1st and goal when we begin our 4th quarter. Only 1 quarter left before we send one of these teams to the AFC title game. It's Browns football. They just need to close this quarter out, and they're on to the next round. Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. They'll go play action for Sanders. Flushed out of the pocket. Throw is caught. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. David Njoku, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the uprights. And the Browns continue piling onto this lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Fields this one at the 3. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Harvey. Breaks a tackle. He's still going. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. This is Harvey. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And that is a great stop to deny him the marker. It's going to be 4th down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Now can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on 4th down. Desperation time here. He's got it to his running back. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. So they come through with 6, and they're rewarded for going for it on 4th down. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. Putting the tight end in motion. On 1st down, it's Nix. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This kid's down inside the 35-yard line. They manage 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Here's a give to Harvey. And there's a sign of life from the ground game. He's forward with a nice pickup. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Browns get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game.
Well, these were the kind of plays they needed, frankly, earlier in the game when it was still somewhat close. By this point, still a great play, but a bit of a hollow highlight with the game already decided.
On the give, here's Judkins. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
And he's going to get him 7 there. It's 3rd down coming up.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. Another give to Judkins. Escapes a defender. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. Touchdown, Cleveland! The Browns continue piling it on here in the fourth. For the point after, here's Aubrey. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. Well, you can't do that. Got to avoid hitting the kicker. And because of that, the kickoff will be coming from midfield. Aubrey now to kick this one away. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got 1st and 10. Harvey on the carry. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. They get 6, and we've reached the 2-minute warning. Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Harvey once more. Up to the races, middle of the field. Into the red zone. And this is all for cosmetics as he's in for the late touchdown. The Broncos putting up points in a game decided. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
With time ticking away, they prepare for a must-get onside kick. And that kick fails. The Browns able to recover. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Get it. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Steady.
Another one for Junkins. He's got it in the red zone. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
It is just so hard, Kate, to get these chunk, explosive runs. But what it does now is it especially sets the table in prime scoring position.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Here's a design run. So to a chorus of bucks from the dog pound, the Browns take the win at home. All right, so their spot in the conference championship game is booked. And now, Brock, gotta imagine those Super Bowl dreams are becoming a lot more.
I give it all away. You're like my reason for life when my dreams seem so far away. You give me all that I don't fade. I don't wanna go to war. You don't wanna give me peace. I can never leave you alone, even when I'm overseas. If I gotta do a show, you coming with me. Baby girl, you a prime time, I don't care if everybody see. Couple weeks I had to leave, now coming back off road. Tell me you love me, and tell me you love me, and tell me you love me, and don't let me go.